What's up, everyone? I'm the Kaiju no Kami here from the Toku and Animation News Network at Fan Expo Denver 2023 with
Hugh Rookwood. How you doing?
And for people who might not know what you do, what do you do?
Well, I'm a professional illustrator, freelance illustrator actually, but I dabble in comic books, children's books, just anything animation, just anything dealing with drawing. That's me.
Is this something you decided you want to do very early on, or did it just fall on your hands later on?
Yeah, it was something that I wanted to do early on, but I'm an older gentleman, let's just say that. So in the younger days, like comic books and stuff like that was never looked upon as like, you got a career in comic books, So I was fighting a lot of that, within myself, because people was like, well, what do you want to do? I knew I liked to draw. I knew I liked these things, but I didn't see a lot of that coming up. My parents came from the islands, they're from Jamaica. So, success was a businessman or, lawyer or doctor, right? Mm-hmm. So you say, well, Dad, I want to draw comic books. They would look at me like, what? So for a little while, I actually steered away from it, only to realize, this is me. I had to come back to it. So that's how it was.
And how did you convince them?
There was no convincing, I just did it.
You just did it? Did they accept it?
At first they weren't very they thought, oh, he messed up his life, there it is, because again, they didn't understand it. And when I was young, I was upset with them. But then as I got older, I realized they're from the islands, they don't know this stuff. And they just want the best for me. And because they didn't understand it, they just thought maybe it might have been detrimental to me. So that's how it was.
And which characters have you drawn the most?
Wow, which characters have I drawn the most? Well, as for myself, the character that I've drawn the most, but this is not professionally, but the character that I would draw the most was Spider-Man. I always liked that character. It's my favorite character. That is the character that got me started drawing comics. And that's where it was. But while other people have had long-standing careers in comic books, I've been just a freelance illustrator. So I've touched a lot of different things. And so comic books is just one thing. I kind of swim, come out sometimes, swim, come out sometimes. So I don't want to just say I have a comic book career as other people. I have a real illustrative career, but comic books is a part of it.
Is there a work that you have done illustrating in that you are most proud of?
Yes, actually. I did a children's book 2 years ago, right? Just before the COVID, with Redbone Books. The writer was Aisha Clark, and it was the story of John Ware, the first black cowboy pioneer that helped to start the ranching, basically the ranching community in Alberta, right? And he helped bring in the first set of longhorn cattle to Canada, to Alberta, and his story, and it was awesome. It was amazing because I got to draw it. I didn't know anything about the character, the person, I should say. I shouldn't say character, the person. I learned so much about it. And then right out of the gate, we won the Children's Book of the Year Award and the Heritage Book of the Year Award right out the gate.
Nice.
So it was amazing. And that for me, just being able to do that for me, because it's just something really giving back to the children and something to learn, something really educationally. That for me was such a big deal. And it being from where I'm from, Canada, having that history and something teachers could use to educate other people. So I was really happy.
Well, I'm a teacher myself, and I do have students that they're like, I want to do this, but I'm afraid I'm going to fail at it. What type of advice would you give them?
You're going to fail. You're going to stand up, you're going to fail. You're going to stand up again, and you're going to fail. And you're going to stand up again, and you're going to fail, and you're going to fail until you succeed. And that's just what it is. There's no magic bullet to this thing. Illustration, anything you put your mind to, you have to go through that grind. It just is what it is. And what people come in and see is the accumulation of years and years and years of work and hard work, of try and fail. where now guys get to sit back here and people appreciate the work that they've done. But I'm sure everybody has that box of stuff that they go, ooh, I never want people to see. You know what I'm saying? Failure is a part of it. You know, this idea that anytime you're just supposed to start something and succeed right away, it rarely happens. You know, there's going to be, you learn through the bumps in the road. You don't learn when everything is just given to you or handed out to you. That isn't what makes you strong. What makes you strong and grow and become better is through the trials and tribulations. What I like to call the push. I always try to keep myself in the push. I draw something and people go, oh my God, that's so amazing. I said, thank you. But I finished drawing something, I hate it 5 minutes later because I only see the flaws. The key thing though is to not beat yourself up. It's just to know that there's always more. And as long as you just keep that in mind, there's always more. You'll eventually get to the places that you want to be. You know? So my advice to children is don't be afraid to fail. And I think that's the problem is that there's this big thing that if you fail, like the world is coming to an end, you're doomed. No.
That's why I have with several students and try to explain it's not true failure is if you just give up.
That's it. That's it. And the only one thing you know in life, the only one truth is it will never happen if you don't try. That's the only truth. That it will never happen if you don't try. So if you choose not to try, you can't get mad when you get what you want. Right? You only get what you want. So you've got to reach for things all the time. And that's what I try to tell the children, the students, everyone, like you just can't look at it as, oh my God, and I've taken, I'll tell you, kids, I've taken mad hits. Like, trust me, on some Rocky Balboa type, I've taken some hits to get to this place. And I'll still tell you, I'm still growing. I'm still, you know, trying to get my recognition and have people see me. And that's how this getting out to these shows is a part of it. It's meeting people like yourselves and extending, you guys extending the courtesy of the time to give me some time to tell you who I am. I appreciate it.
Thank you for being willing to do it. Now, you had an interesting story about when you drew the Flash. Want to tell us about it?
Yeah, sure. It was awesome. Well, like we were talking, you know, the Flash is a running character. Everybody knows the Flash. A lot of times when you draw the Flash, it's, you know, already in a full running position. So I have an illustration. I'm sure you guys will edit it in at some point to show it. But I have an illustration that I did where I drew the Flash. I wanted to capture the moment he was there to speed first. So what I was doing was looking at 100-meter runners, and they had this. They were talking about when runners take off the transition hand before the explosive movement. And I said, oh my God, there it is. That's the moment the Flash taps into the speed force. So I drew him like you would see in a 100-meter runner, where you see the transition hand come across the body. And where you see across, you see a light, bluish white light open up on his chest with the lightning symbol is, and the energy spilling out just before he takes it. So those are the kind of things I try to think about when I'm in the story. What's the story behind why I drew what I drew? I don't like to draw just aimlessly. I like to draw with a sense of story. My teacher always used to tell us, you have a page, and you only have one shot to tell your story. What's that story going to be? So every time I draw, I'm always trying to translate some kind of moment. I tell people that I don't draw. I don't really illustrate. I try to capture moments. And that's how I look at it. How do I capture moments?
Thank you so much.
And it also gives you a specific style.
Exactly.
So somebody's like, oh, that must be your style.
Yeah, I want you to feel like you're in, like you're there at whatever situation it is. You know, if I'm creating a story scenario with the one shot, I want you to feel like you're in it. You know, you're a part of it. You know, whether as a character looking on, fly on the wall, whatever you want to call it. I like to get people to feel immersed in that. Where I come. And that's understanding those strong fundamentals.
Now, if there was one song you could have that would describe you or your life, what would it be?
Wow. What's up? Portishead, nobody loves me. No, just no, one song. Oh my God, boy, you caught me off. Oh, you caught me off, man. A song, I don't know, but you know what? Can I give you a line from a song that really encompasses what I look at as life? There was a song from this rapper, his name is Nas, and he has a song called Nas's Life, and it's about what kind of person he is. But he says a line in it where he goes, much to success to you, even if you wish for the opposite. Sooner or later it will also be the problem. And when I heard that line, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, there's so many naysayers that will try to stop you from doing what you are meant to do or what you are supposed to do. And don't even worry about that. Hey, good luck to you, but you know what I'm saying? Even if you're wishing me the worst, I don't care. Good luck to you. I'm still going to be here. I need to.
Well, there's always going to be at least someone who hates you.
Exactly. Oh my God! Like the haters in the world is unbelievable. You can't, you will always come upon more hate than love. But in a sense, when you're on your journey, or at least it will feel like that. But you have to understand energy. You have to understand. You need to have energy that pushes you, progressive energy. What you don't ever want to do is have energy that anchors you. So you have to sometimes look at your life and evaluate the things and energies around you and say which energy is progressive and which energy is holding you back. And sometimes there could be somebody really close to you, and I mean, you're a nice person, and I love you for this, but you're over here. I have to keep you here because I have to be here, and you're not willing to go there. I don't hate you, but I need to get over there. And there's energy that you need to bring around you to push you to those areas, and that's very important. That's something I had to go up and learn. When I was young, trying to figure this out, I got used a lot because I didn't understand when I was getting taken advantage of those things, and I didn't value myself. Right? And that's really important. Like I'm sure you tell that to your students all the time. You gotta learn to value yourself. You are important. You are worth something. Don't let nobody ever tell you you ain't worth anything. Like nobody can tell me nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. I'm very confident in what the things I do. It's not ego. It's just when I know that I want to do something, I'm going to do it. And if you stopping me from getting through the door, I'm crawling through the window. You're not stopping me. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel about things. And that's just what I want students to do.
What social media links do people find you at?
Okay, you can find me at, my main, you can find me at Hugh Rookwood Art on Instagram. So it's just my name, HUGHROOKWOOD Art. So Hugh Rookwood Art on Instagram, or you can type in also on Instagram Chosen Studios. So that's CHOZEN Studios. That's my main studio, right? That's also on Instagram. Or you can also look above me on Facebook, Hugh Rookwood on Facebook, or Chosen Studios on Facebook. You can also go to my main website, www.chosenstudios.com. That's my main site where you can see a lot of artwork and stuff that's I've done throughout the years. And then I have another Hugh Rookwood Art website that's coming up soon for this year, but it's just focused on really tightly focused. Right? But yeah, that's where you guys can catch me.
Any final words for our viewers?
Yeah, just like whatever it is that you believe in, just go after it. Don't let nobody tell you that, that's impossible. That's their own fears. Don't let people put their own fears on you. You know what I'm saying? If you believe, then you gotta do the work. Nobody can do it for you. Just go do your work, go hustle. That's really what it all boils down to. How much do you want it? Go after it.
so much
Thank
for
you
your
very
time.
much for your time, my friend. All
And
right.
until next time,
Take care.
bye.
40 minutes.